Hello, and welcome to another episode of Kitty Talk. Today we asked the kids to try to remember what they see when they look inside the church. So we asked them if they ever saw an egg hanging in front of the altar. Come with us and see what they saw, and try to think, do you have an egg in your church hanging in front of the altar? Come with us and see what our kids have to say. Why do some churches have an egg in front of the church? Do you know?
No.
Did you see an egg in the church?
Yeah, but I don't know why.
Have you ever tried to think about it?
I tried to think about it, but I still don't know.
Have you ever seen an egg in the church? In front of the altar? Have you ever seen one hanging up? Yeah. Why do you think we have an egg there?
No.
Yes?
Because I'm going to that place. No, I can't guess.
Have you ever seen an egg in the church in front of the altar?
No.
Like a big egg hanging down? Have you seen an egg there before?
No.
Have you ever seen an egg hanging in front of the church, in your church? Like in the front?
No.
Do you know why they have an egg there?
No.
Have you ever wondered? Can you take a guess?
Because maybe the birds think that it's like a nest.
Have you ever seen an egg hanging in front of the church?
Yes.
Why do we have an egg there?
That egg is like an ostrich when she keeps her babies.
Okay. Why do we have that in the church?
Because God take care of us.
Have you ever seen the egg in the front of the church?
I don't even know what's an egg.
Have you ever seen an egg hanging in front of the church?
Yeah.
Why do we have an egg there?
It's the life egg.
What's the life egg? What does it do?
It makes us alive.
Have you ever seen the egg in the front of the church?
Yeah.
Why do we have an egg there?
Because we celebrate a East because it's very important. If you celebrate the East one, God always thank you.
Have you ever seen the egg hanging in the front of the church?
No? That would be a silly church.
Have you ever seen the egg hanging in the front of the church? Like you see in the very top of it hanging?
No.
You've never seen an egg there?
Never.
Have you ever looked in the front of the church and seen an egg? Like hanging from the top?
Yeah. And the black thing that holds it, I see it on the other side, but no egg.
Why do we have an egg sitting in front of the church?
Maybe that's something to watch the people or traps whoever is trying to sneak.
So those were some pretty good answers that the kids had. Some of them did notice that there was an egg before, and others weren't really sure because they never noticed it. But if you look behind me right there, there is an ostrich egg that's usually in most churches, and it's usually right in front of the altar. The reason that we have an ostrich egg is because many fathers in meditations that we've had have said that the ostrich egg symbolizes the resurrection of the Lord. Now, the egg, when it hatches, and a baby ostrich or any egg when it hatches, it brings out life. So when Jesus was dead, he died on the cross, he was buried in the tomb, and he resurrected and broke out of the tomb and rose up to the heaven. So just like the ostrich breaks out of its shell, the egg is really supposed to symbolize the resurrection of the Lord. And another thing is many times, many fathers have meditated and said that an ostrich, when it has a little egg, it usually keeps its eye directly on the egg the whole time that the egg hasn't hatched yet. And the reason being is that they say that the ostrich believes that the more it looks at it, the sooner that the baby ostrich will come about. Now, the reason that we always put the ostrich egg in the front of the church is because we are saying that we will always keep our eyes on the resurrection of the Lord. So when you look in the front of the church and you see the egg, you should be reminded of the resurrection, and you should keep your eyes on the resurrection. Because we as Christians, we wish and we hope for the resurrection and the time that we will be with Jesus Christ in the end. I hope that you learned something new, and then when you look at that egg, you always remember the resurrection of the Lord, and that one day we will also be with him in heaven, and we will resurrect also from the dead. Thank you very much for joining us on this episode of Kitty Talk. Until next time, we'll see you again.